everyone. In 2014, Aaron Finch posted on Twitter that he was visiting his cricket bat factory for the first time today to see his bat being made. B3 Cricket designed that bat, so today we're going to take a look at that profile. Let's take a look.
Hey everyone, it's a real pleasure today because what I've got here is a bat that I've actually been waiting, or shape that I've been waiting to come through from B3 for ages. I don't know, about 4 years ago, 5 years ago, probably 4, Aaron Finch put a post up on Twitter in the B3 factory showing his B3. At the time he was still sponsored by New Balance. So around that time you can guess that they were possibly making his bat, even though it was being stickered up differently. I don't think that's the case now, but what I have here is that Aaron Finch shape. So this bat does not meet the modern requirements as of October last year. It will not fit through the gauge. So have a look at it, it's just massive. So Dave from Tasmania has ordered this bat in. Well, I believe it's LE grade. He paid $630 delivered. But it's got Pro on it, which is not Crown, because Crown would have a different sticker. So it's probably not Pro as far as density, I would say. That's what they're trying to say there. But it is massive. Have a look at it. It's just a giant chunk of wood. Let's see if we can get the thing through it and have a look where it runs out. It's way below. So, specs. Well, I haven't even done them, to be honest. I've just done the review fresh off. It's part of a new series. This bat is not knocking. This has been knocked in by B3. It's already got the scuff sheet on it. So from now on I won't be knocking in bats for reviews. If you send me a bat, it's just purely for the review. So you won't see any post knocks anymore. So there's a little bit of colour in that wood. But when we test it out with a mallet, we'll see what sort of performance we're getting. So we've got pretty even grains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A bit of an eighth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Going dead straight through the toe. Look marvellous actually. And straight up the back of the bat. Look at the profile down the bat. There's absolutely no wood taken out. Decent thick shoulders there. Coming all the way down to, you'd say this is a mid-swell bat. But there's just a lot of wood down in that mid-low position too. And quite a thick toe, so let's get the measurements and all that. So edge, I'm thinking we're looking at about a 40mm edge. And 41.5. They use a 4.5mm camber, so if they didn't have that standard roller on their bats, they'd probably be looking at, 46mm edge if they went for a flat face. 31mm at the centre, 25mm at the edges. Actually, it's probably more actually. 25.3mm at the edges. Just measure that again. 42mm on the edge, and the shoulder looks quite thick too. 16mm. Get a precise measurement on that spine, but I would say it's about 68mm. 68.7. So she's a big bat. Dave normally uses a 211 to 212, so we'll test out that. This bat has been knocked in for him. 210.5. That's amazing. It's just crazy for how big it is. So there's no tape on it. Normally they do grip. Don't know if this has got grip on it. Oh no, grip. So if you don't know anything about B3, they left GM about 5 years ago. They've done a lot of bats. This one's 7151. I think my last bat was about 5. They designed the bats on computer, and then they cut the shape out of the cleft using a CNC machine. So it's very similar to what Gun & More do, but the big difference is you can pick the shape that you want. and I think it's a very good service. But just look how full that is. That's crazy full through the back. 210.5. Honestly, the pickup is magnificent. It feels like a 28, 29. Handle shape is towards the oval at the bottom and round at the top. It's got the new style handle, which is 2 cork, 1 rubber. And we'll give it a tap up now, starting at the toe. So that's in a low position, mid-low, mid, mid-high, high. That mid is just enormous. Mid-low is really nice too. So look, outside of just above the mid area, right in that area there is where... So they've gone through and they've rounded the edges for him. They've done quite a good job. Knocked them and they've put the scuff sheet on, left the toe without a toe guard. Generally very impressive. Always wanted to have one of these bats through, and it's just massive. This is bigger than the New Balance 1080 LE that I had through by a long shot. So we'll turn the camera around and we'll bounce a ball on it. So we'll start off as usual with an old 4-piece, very old 4-piece. First time I've bounced a ball on it. And it's got that typical feel of a bat that's lovely pressed. This really old ball doesn't do it any favours. So we'll move straight on to the Dukes. Down in that low position. It's been knocked. Mid. It's mid-low, very nice. And right in that mid is where it's really going off. I'm actually holding the blade because I really don't want this to get away. And check for seam marks. There are no seam marks, so this bat really just needs playing in. What an absolute beast. So if you like this sort of bat, get in touch with B3. $630 delivered. That's because of the tax taken off, and not with the bag this came with. That's a pretty good deal. So yeah, the B3 Finch, older shape from a few years ago, but what a cannon. B3.